The presidential candidates are in western swing states right now with less than a week to go now before Election Day. Both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are talking to their supporters in Nevada.
Yeah, polls have the race neck and neck in that state. KC Area 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala has been covering the Harris rally in Reno. So let's go to Ashley, and looks like they're wrapping things up there.
Yeah, Golston, that's right. Kamala Harris is actually on a plane right now heading to Las Vegas for her next rally as crews here quickly break down the setup and the stage that she just took within the last half hour. Now here in Reno, Harris is trying to speak and personally pitch her final closing statements to voters here, a region that basically helped Joe Biden win Nevada and eventually the presidency in 2020. Now her campaign says about 6,000 people packed this venue to hear her speak. Before she took the stage, they heard from a group of prominent Nevada politicians and local business and labor leaders here. Her speech tonight highlighted the tough fight she's taken on, the need for a new generation of leaders, and the difference between her and Donald Trump.
We know who Donald Trump is. Because we all know he is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better. And this is someone who is increasingly unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and he's out for unchecked power. And in less than 90 days, either he or I will be sitting in the Oval Office. And listen, here's what we can imagine, right? We've all seen on TV, you've seen the Oval Office, but here's the thing. We have to get the word out to help people even just visually imagine what that day will be. Because if elected, Donald Trump on day one would walk into that office with an enemies list. When I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list. And at the top of my list is bringing down your cost of living. That will be my focus every single day as president.
Now, she did end her remarks with a unifying message, saying there is so much more that unites Americans than what divides them. We will note during her speech, event staff did remove a few scattered pro-Palestinian protesters, but her speech was never interrupted by them, but they could be faintly heard. Meanwhile, the Harris campaign notes that swing states like Nevada will continue to be the focus with 5 days left until the election. Reporting live in Reno, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Ashley, thanks for that part of our coverage there from Nevada. Harris already campaigned earlier today in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, and former President Donald Trump's rally in Henderson, Nevada just ended right at about 6 o'clock. This is video from that rally. Republicans have had 9 events in Nevada this election cycle. Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance has also spent time in the state. And Trump was in New Mexico earlier in the day. He spoke to supporters who were gathered on the tarmac at the Albuquerque airport. New Mexico is not expected to be a swing state in this election, but the former president claimed that he could win the Democratic-leaning state.
Look, I'm only here for one reason. They all said, don't come. I said, why? You can't win New Mexico. I said, look, your votes are rigged. We can win New Mexico. We can win New Mexico.
Current polling by the New York Times has Harris in the lead in New Mexico, 50 to 42%. Governor Tim Walz is making 2 campaign stops in Pennsylvania, and Senator J.D. Vance is attending a Gen Z town hall at North Carolina's High Point University. We are tracking where the candidates are making stops each day, and you can check that out by scanning the QR code on your screen right now.